Good morning, people. It's November 2019, and at the moment I'm closing off with a closure plate up inside this chimney, ready for the multi-fuel burner. Just bear with me, I'm getting down. So this opening I prepared ready for tiling. I'm using terracotta glazed tiles. You'll notice that I've got a steel along there. That's just so as I can set my first row of tiles. Up underneath these lintel is the opening itself. I've got that piece of cardboard up there blocking off the chimney flue just to stop any debris. This closure plate frame I've welded up pretty much out of 4mm by 40 by 40 millimeter steel angle iron. I've welded it all up. These two pieces of metal here, which are welded in, are to take this flue pipe. I'll explain in a moment. So that's the closure plate frame, which gets bolted up underneath behind these lintels. The reason for all this is to close this fireplace area off, so any heat from the wood burner itself doesn't escape up the chimney, hence its name, closure plate. The difference between a closure plate and a register plate is closure plate is used to seal it all off. Flue goes up, and the flue itself, the flexible stainless steel flexible flue liner, which runs up the chimney then to the roof, is backfilled with an insulation to stop to keep it insulated, basically, to stop any condensates coming back down the flexible flue liner, etc. Too much for me to explain here. So I've drilled and tapped a thread all the way around this frame. This plate, it's 2mm galvanized steel. This fixes on here through these holes. They'll be slightly elongated, these holes, to allow for expansion and contraction as this plate heats and goes cold. Once that's on there and fixed onto this, and this is bolted through up underneath this fireplace. I'm struggling for words today. Once that's up there, the plate's on there and up there, I can offer my log burner in, get the flue pipe on the top of it. Then this gives me a dimension then where I can cut the hole in this register plate, which is set then. Once that's marked out and cut, the flue itself is 5-inch. I should probably be a 7-inch hole there in that. Then this also goes on the face of that, fixed onto the face of it, bolted through into these two steels. Then I can fully close it off. Once the flue passes through it, as in that. This gives me a chance to get a gives me a chance to get a fire rope pushed in around the flue between the pair of them. This won't fall out because this has got a lip on it and it won't drop out. This closure plate here, I will bolt it through this, and I should put a gasket underneath of it between that and that. This is what you call ceramic paper. This has God, I'm really struggling for words this one. This is valued at up to 1,200 degrees before it will break down. It's made of ceramic material. This plate fixed on here to stop any air gap behind it. I use this self-adhesive flat fire rope. It's the backing a bit self-adhesive. I shall run it all the way around that frame to further close it off. This vitreous flue will go into an adapter as such. Then the flexi flue line runs up out of that. The flue itself will be insulated with lacquer. This is lacquer, and it's clay balls that heated up and they expand in the kiln with air in them. It's a good insulator. Lacquer stands for lightweight expanded clay. So there you go. I've chosen 4mm tile spacers for tiling this all out, because I like a wide gap between the tiles of 4mm. The grout in between the tiles will be just normal 6-in-1 sand and cement mixture. That brass plate in there will finish off around the flow and return central heating pipe running from the back of the multi-fuel burner. There you go. Waffling today. Bit tired. Right. Bye, people. Any questions, feel free to ask away. Bye.